Welcome to Fitness for Freedom Tips, the show that gives time-strapped people just like you their daily fitness tip in 10 minutes or less. I'm your host and coach, Jonathan Chant. I'm also the founder of Fitness for Freedom, your complete online fitness training and lifestyle design community. Today we're talking about the best ways you can exercise when you hate exercise. It is possible, so don't go anywhere. We're doing this episode because you have a box of what exercise is in your mind. Not a literal box, a metaphorical one. It's a story you tell yourself about what exercise is, where you've come to the conclusion that there are only one or two ways to exercise. For a long time, I thought the only way to exercise was to lift weights and run. And even within that, I thought there was only one or two ways to lift weights and only one way to run. But since then, I've realized there are thousands of different ways you can exercise, and it was really my narrow mindset that was limiting. You probably have similar stories. If you ran track in high school, you might think the only way to exercise is running. If you swam in college, you might think swimming is the only way to exercise. If you're a power lifter, you might think something isn't exercise unless you pick it up off the floor and it weighs over 400 pounds. If you're a regular person that's never exercised, you might watch other people in tank tops and short shorts doing things that just look really hard, and you might think that's exercise. I think we really need to broaden the definition of exercise, because when we follow the story we tell ourselves, it's no wonder people say they hate exercise, because they've given exercise this narrow definition, and if your definition of exercise is something you hate, of course you'll never exercise. But what if we redefined what it means to include things that you love to do? Everyone has active things they like to do, everyone. So let's work together to figure this out. There are two things that are required for something to be considered exercise. You have to have a demand placed on your body that you have to overcome. So this means lifting things up that are heavy enough that you break muscle tissue down and your heart rate needs to go up. This means you become breathless. It helps when these activities are structured, but it's not required as long as you do it consistently. When we use this definition, the potential for exercise becomes much more broad, and there are definitely more things that I would consider exercise that fall under this definition than you probably realize. So here, I'm going to cover what I think are the best ways to exercise that most people wouldn't consider exercise. The first is dancing. Dancing is possibly far and away the best exercise you can do that most people wouldn't consider exercise, and it's fun. You can do it in a group, with a partner, or by yourself, in front of a mirror, or in your underwear with a broom. I don't know what floats your boat, but you're alone, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, there are thousands of styles, so there is something for everyone. Even if you don't think you like dancing, we're all hardwired to dance. Just play catchy music for kids and you'll see. And trust me when I say this, you don't get worse than that as you get older. You become self-conscious, so you need to find ways to get over that. Here's a quick story to demonstrate my point about dancing as exercise. For one of our promotional videos, we hired a model that was 63, and she had recently sold an Irish dance studio that she had owned and operated for 30 years. After we shot the video, I showed it to my dad, and he said, "That's great that you found someone in their early 40s to be in your video. That's your target demographic, isn't it?" He was shocked when I told her that she was older than him. The second is martial arts. Almost all martial arts are amazing for your fitness. They're often done in groups, so you're paired with people that are the same level as you. Most martial arts have a strength and conditioning component, but not always. And there is always a strong focus on agility and movement. This type of training is great because it teaches discipline, but at the same time, it allows you to hit stuff really hard so you can leave all your frustrations in the dojo. The third is gardening. I find people's views on gardening contrasting. You either love it or you hate it. But if you're someone that loves it, then do it and do it often. Raking, hoeing, shoveling dirt, planting seeds and flowers can be physically demanding, but usually not so demanding that you can't move for a few days after. The beauty of gardening is that it's a bit like taking care of your body and your mind. You nourish a garden with water and fertilizer, you pull weeds. At the end of the season, you have amazing food to eat, beautiful flowers to look at or pick, and you get the feeling and the sense of pride of looking at something that took effort to maintain. The parallels are amazing. I just gave you 3 examples of non-traditional ways you can exercise, but you can do anything as long as it's a bit demanding and you get a bit out of breath when you do it. Maybe you hate exercise the way you think of it right now, but if you shift how you define and think about exercise, you will be surprised at the activities you can add to your life and not only enjoy it, but really have a lot of fun doing it. And hey, maybe even make some new friends along the way. If you found this show useful or entertaining, hit the subscribe button right now. We deliver helpful fitness tips to you every day. Also, if you know someone that would benefit from listening to this show, please share it with them. We're on a mission to help as many people as possible live longer, happier, and healthier lives, and we need your help to reach them. This has been Jonathan from Fitness for Freedom. Take care, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.